All right, Terry, the volleyball team is headed to the Washington schools this weekend. If you would just give us a little bit of a preview of what Beaver fans can expect.
Well, it's always been tough competition there. Washington State is really difficult in Pullman, and they're fighting for not being in the Pac-12 cellar. So it's going to be a tough match for us. I think in that match we've got to really just neutralize their outside Todorovic and number 5 Harris. We just got to really make sure we stop them. That's a key against them. We've served tough the last time we played them. They're not a great serving and passing team. We've got to dominate that. Washington is a team that started undefeated in the Pac-12, and then they've lost some tough matches, but I think that we've played always well in Seattle. We have a couple of gals that are from Seattle that have always played well there. It's their senior year, and I certainly hope that Ashley Annalico and Megan McBride really want to leave kind of an imprint on Washington when we play up there. We've got to just kind of put the past behind us. We've been on a tough streak here in the last couple of weeks, and losing the match we did to Arizona last Friday night was a really tough match. That took a lot out of our team. It took a lot out of us, but that's also the best we've played in a while. So we just need to use that to catapult us to have some good matches in the state of Washington.
You mentioned, a little bit of a down streak lately. What is your message to this team about how to battle that as the last 4 matches come up?
Well, I think you just have to play hard. I've been through these as a coach, and what you have to do is you still have to keep coaching. You've got to get the team to be better, both as individuals and as a team, and you just have to play hard. If you don't play hard, you're going to get in trouble because you're going to let down a little bit, and we're just hoping that the volleyball gods up there help us a little bit and just get some teams to come in and not play well against us. Last week, certainly Arizona State played great, and we played well, but and then we played very well against Arizona, but then at the end of that match again, we just had some bad breaks. So we just have to keep playing hard, keep not losing our spirit, and we just need to do some damage in these last 4 matches. I'd love for us to win 2-3 of these matches, and it's possible. We just have to play well.
This is the last trip of the regular season, with all the Pac-12 trips and with such an extensive traveling to start the season. Are you going to look back at the end of the season and be like, wow, just all that traveling to it, it's pretty astonishing what we did this year?
Well, I think I'd love to talk to that head coach that made this schedule. I look at it and I said it was really draining in the beginning of the season because we almost traveled 15,000 miles in preseason, and I think it's when you look back at it, we did what we needed to do. We played a great schedule. We had an RPI of 20 starting the Pac-12, and I just think we just have to persevere knowing how tough the Pac-12 is. It's the best conference in America, and you've got to play hard, and you've got to really last those first couple of weeks and not get so beaten down that you think that you're not a good team. I think we've got to find a way as a staff to kind of reconfigure that in the future because we still have to play a tough schedule in the beginning to get a good RPI.
Becky Defoe is close to setting her own school record again for digs, and she's already almost number 2 in the career list for digs, and she's just a junior. What can you say about what she's done for this program since she arrived, and what kind of a season she's had?
Well, I think Becky's solidified our backcourt defense. There's no doubt about it. I think we've become a better defensive team because of Becky. I think Becky is someone that, to me, is astonishing to know as a coach how good she's gotten without ever playing club volleyball. That's really a rarity, and I think that her volleyball IQ is increasing every year, so I think her best is yet to come. So we've been a better defensive team with Becky. Becky's really solidified also her passing. She's a really good server, and I think next year, certainly in senior year, she's going to be a better leader, just a better presence on the court, and I think the best is yet to come.
You mentioned the Arizona match, went to the end of the wire. You had a lot of players who hadn't quite had big matches recently come up very big. Erica Nassar played very well. Taylor Woods played very well. Sarah Allman has had some pretty good matches. Not looking forward to next season necessarily, but how does that bode for this team in the future?
Well, I think we have the makings of being very good because the kids that were out this year, both Allie Rogers and Caitlin Driscoll, are going to have a big effect on the team in the future. Kelsey Zimmerman coming back in winter is going to have an effect on the future. And also, as you mentioned, just playing those really big games, Erica Nassar, Sarah Allman, Laura Shout coming in at the end of the second set on last Friday night, playing really well. Those are people that we know we're going to have here for a while, and I think we're going to be okay. We just have to make sure we're just always taking a little step forward, a half a step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and I think that's program building here in the Pac-12.
All right, Terry, thanks for your time. Good luck against the Washington schools, and then, of course, USC and Oregon come up pretty soon next week.
Yeah, they do. Thanks.